Hey folks, welcome to the HuddleTalkTV podcast. This is actually last week's episode. If you want today's episode, it'll be on our Patreon right now, a week early if you contribute. It's patreon.com/HuddleTalkTV. Thanks if you do that. If not, enjoy this one. See you in the future.
We're looking good on the camera. Yo, Khaled, introduce us. Hit us with a real snappy intro.
Well, welcome. Episode 15, guys. Welcome back. It's the original 3. You know, we had a couple, guests here and there.
As seen on TikTok, as they say. But man, you know what's hilarious? We're at the point now. I was talking to Sam, and you know how you're basically starting to hit another level. It's when people online are not subscribed to you or follow you.
Yeah.
And they start to just track every single video and they leave a comment.
Routinely commenting.
It's just like, how are you getting these notifications?
If you ain't got no haters, you ain't popping. That's what it is.
That's exactly it. So we got a lot of fun. We got a lot of fun topics planned here today.
Let's get right into it.
Yes, sir.
An NBA head coach punished his team because one player had an Android phone and it messed up a group chat. Let's just say his name is Jason Kidd.
Yes,
it's Jason Kidd. If you're an NBA fan, you know all about this man. He's had multiple issues.
Yeah,
as a player, as a coach.
Yeah, a couple reasons why he can't get a job right now.
Domestic stuff. Yeah, no, he's with the Mavs now, right?
Yeah, head coaching job.
Well, yeah.
Guys, don't forget, it's not a sports podcast.
Not a sports podcast. Maybe later.
Maybe later, exactly. The point being that Mike is going to get into here is Jason Kidd, he was punished because, here's the headline. I love the headline. NBA coach was punished his team because one player had an Android phone and it messed up the group chat.
Why you got to bring bad vibes, man?
So,
damn it.
So this brings us into the conversation that's been, I suppose, iPhone 13, or are we on iPhone 12? 12 years running, right?
Yeah.
iPhone versus Android. This is what really sets it apart. So basically 95% of this NBA team has an iPhone.
Yeah.
Yes.
Of course.
So...
And they're all in a group iMessage.
iMessage group chat.
For sure. But do you think the one guy who had the iPhone was like some Huawei sponsorship? Be careful because TikTok is...
Yeah, you gotta be careful with that one.
Yeah, we love those phones.
I don't think it's really debatable topic that iPhones and Androids still today causes some petty breakups in relationships,
They're very petty, man.
People are serious about that stuff.
Exactly.
Like, it's just a phone.
I can't play no iPhone games, iMessage games with you. You know what? You have an Android.
How am I supposed to play golf with you on iMessage?
How can we play 8-ball, man?
Okay, but we need to talk about that because nobody really plays the iMessage games. Okay?
What?
So hold on a sec. I remember, so I've had an Android phone for a very long time. I switched over to an iPhone literally because I just decided, you know what? I want to stop getting boned on resale value.
Or it's just a better phone?
Hold on. An iPhone, obviously, you get better resale value. True. You guys were pushing me like, oh, the group chats are crazy. You know, the commercials, you have your Bitmojis, you have your iPhone thing.
Exactly.
I switch over to an iPhone. The first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to customize my guy. I drop it in the group chat. And you know what everybody says?
What?
They're like, yo, how'd you do that? I'm like, hold on a sec. This is Team iPhone. This is what I've been missing.
They're not even invested in their own emojis.
I don't think iPhone users are the most tech savvy.
No.
They're there for the pretty colors and the nice layout.
The whole point is it's simple.
And every time a new iPhone comes out, there's one extra circle around the ring.
User
the camera ring. One extra circle in the camera ring.
But hold on. I want to throw shade at people who have Android phones too, because nobody's safe.
Yeah.
Right. So I've had an Android phone for a while.
Anybody can get it.
I had a Pixel 2 and a 3. Right. Good phones. Great camera. Honestly, the photo camera was better. iPhone does have a better video. Okay. But we'll not go into it right now. The shade that I want to throw at Android users is they're always like, oh, there's more options to customize an Android phone. You look at their phone and they have this goofy ass butterfly font. It's like,
I know what you're talking about.
You're trying
weak.
It's like you have like the fairy tales like font. So you're going to try and roast me because they're like, oh, I customized my phone. Oh, you can download an app that's not on the App Store. Show me one app on your phone right now that you didn't get from Google Play. Show me one.
Yeah.
And
you're acting like you still have Temple Run on your phone.
Exactly. Bro, unless,
Move on, buddy.
Unless you're bootlegging Flappy Bird like V1 from like the deep webs of the internet.
Man, your phone might be worth a lot more with that actually.
Okay, but do you remember the original story? Like what happened? You know why he took it off the App Store?
Why?
Because he was getting death threats.
Wow.
So at his peak, he was making like $100,000 a day in advertisements from Flappy Bird. Yeah, crazy.
Bro, that game was massive.
He started getting death threats from people saying this game is ruining my life. I'm taking it way too seriously. Like, you know, it was glitching. Obviously, you play it enough. Maybe you're on a high run, it glitches or something.
Yeah.
But it was just an indie like Android game.
Yeah.
And the guy basically took it off the App Store. Said this is too much and want.
Well, you know what? Good for him. Good for him, man. I rate it.
Man, he chose his mental health. I respect it. But I don't know. I think I'll take $100,000 a day for that.
Okay, but going back to the iPhone thing, the group messages. This is the thing we're talking about. My bone to pick is everybody's like, yo, iMessage is so much better. Listen, I have an iPhone now. Yeah. I have a really good PC. Right. I have a MacBook. Just for point being, MacBook right now, the M1 chip is the best bang for the buck on a laptop. You can't even come close. Yeah. Like, not even close. Yeah. But the funny thing about iMessage is, unless it's a Mac computer, you can't have it. So if I'm on my computer at work, I got to throw something in Facebook Messenger, or I got to toss it to my phone, and then I got to toss it.
Facebook Messenger? Nobody uses Facebook nowadays. Not our age. Come on.
You know what?
I'm a cuck for the Zuck, baby. Suck.
Come on, bro. First of all...
Oh my God! Anything for Zuck.
So hold on.
50% of people from their mid-20s to 30 either do not have Facebook or they have it and they check in once a month and then they go back out because their crazy aunt or uncle is ranting about COVID and what the masks are really doing to us.
That's how I know you guys are not advertisers. Can I just say that aloud?
Sure.
That's how I know you guys are not advertisers, because Facebook still to this day, like, you're on Facebook Audience, like basically all their marketing is done through Facebook Audience Manager, right? Facebook ads, whether it's Instagram or not. So the beautiful thing about Facebook, here's what a lot of people don't know. When you go to any page on Facebook, it's a great tool for marketers. There's something called page transparency. Okay. At the very bottom of one of the pages in the little sidebar, you can say page transparency. It shows you the admins of the page. Great. Nobody cares. And then you can click on it and you can say, what ads is this page running? Right? So that's a really, really interesting indicator. So for somebody like me who does marketing, you can see what your competitors are running. You basically get a very vague inspection of kind of what creative they're running, but it gives you all the information you need to know. And if they have a campaign that's been running for like 4 months, what does that tell you? It's working. Otherwise, it would have shut it down.
Exactly.
But in terms of
that's why I love Facebook.
But in terms of like personal usage for your personal life,
I have something.
Come on, why would people use Facebook?
I mean, it helps me with birthdays.
That's true.
I won't remember.
Don't you can automatically plug those into your calendar on your phone?
Okay, are you doing that?
From years and years ago, it's just on my calendar. I swear.
You're not saying.
When's my birthday? No, that's bad content for audio.
When's my birthday?
Pull it up right now. Say psych. Say psych right now.
What's the weirdest place you've ever had sex? Just bad content.
Wouldn't it be crazy?
No, but honestly, man, that's the only reason probably I would use Facebook, is just to make sure, I got the birthdays down right.
Birthdays are pretty important, but I think Facebook Messenger is a good platform.
Yeah. But I think that's sad. It's so sad that you're looking at Facebook like, oh, so I have Facebook, so thank God, because now I can remember my friends' birthdays. At what point have we gotten to that you don't remember your friends' birthdays without Facebook? Like, why do you need Facebook to remember your 10 best friends' birthdays?
No,
that's
your
sad.
January birthday.
That's sad.
Your January birthday.
Yeah, well, that's
I don't know what day.
Exactly, and that's what social media and Facebook has done. It's made us not care enough to actually try and remember the birthday.
All right.
And now we're just relying on an app to help us remember.
I'm going to play devil's advocate because you're sounding like a boomer. You're sounding like a boomer.
Sure,
There's so much information these days.
Yeah.
If there's something else that's going to tell you somebody's birthday, why clog your brain and your memory with that information?
You're not saying anything differently than what I'm saying. I understand that's the reason why.
Fair.
I just don't like it.
Man, but it's just a friendly reminder at the beginning of the day. You wake up and it says, hey, it is Michael's birthday today.
Baby girl's birthday, yeah. It's nice.
Yeah, but okay, if Facebook shut down for a day, and it happened to be, let's say, my birthday.
Yeah, guess what? You're not getting a happy birthday.
Exactly. That's sad.
You ain't.
That's sad. I'm gonna cry.
Okay, but hold on a sec. We're gonna throw it back right now because this is a great topic.
Pause.
Okay, 10 years ago.
Okay.
10 years ago.
Yeah.
It's 11:55 p.m. Your birthday's the next day.
Right.
Oh, you're
sitting on Facebook.
Yeah. You're
waiting to be like, who cares about me the most, right?
Who's gonna drop
We're psychopaths. We're all psychopaths, right? 12:01. Dopamine. Just download that dopamine hit, right?
Yeah.
Instant.
Or you go to bed hella depressed because you literally got one. You got one from your 35th best friend. That doesn't even matter. It's like, I don't care about you,
The main ones are not even shouting me out right now.
And then you start like counting your deaths, be like, I wish this guy happy birthday.
Yeah.
And that guy. And this other guy, it's just so weird.
And he's not even posting on my page.
No.
Sometimes you would
guy's
go.
A goof.
Sometimes you would go. sometimes you would go out of your way to wish like 100 people happy birthday throughout the year because it's like
You're gonna get it back.
They better reciprocate that.
Yeah. I need my page to be booming
I want
on my birthday.
page popping on my birthday.
Do you guys remember too, like back in, and I wonder if kids did this because they wouldn't have done it during COVID.
What?
Do you remember Valentine's Day cards?
Yeah, bro.
You would make nice, like little nice Valentine's Day cards and like Christmas cards.
When you open it up, like something pops up like a heart, you know.
Whoa.
I used to do that. Oh, yo.
Whoa, you were. That's
what do they call you, lover boy? What are they?
CLB, certified lover boy. Come on now.
Yo, is that guy Somali? Yo, for some reason, just the community is like.
That's just every time they just drop that in every video. Yeah. We gotta verify the information.
I don't know who he is, but he kind of looks Somali. Yeah.
Yo,
I like it.
Word. I gotta follow now.
Do you guys like cinnamon heart candies?
Oh, they were spicy though.
Bro, cinnamon hearts.
Spicy, man. I didn't like them. I don't like them.
Spicy. This guy. The guy who roasts
building up.
The guy who roasts white people over spices can't eat cinnamon.
This guy eats mac and cheese.
God, bro.
Out the box.
Yeah.
Okay, out the box.
Craft dinner hits still. Not gonna lie.
Okay, listen. Until we see that sponsorship, it ain't hitting.
It ain't hitting.
Until that check hits, it don't.
You're right,
sir. No, sir.
Clear that check and then talk to me.
Yo, so if we're going to talk about the future of phones, because this is still like, it's such a fun topic.
Right.
Phones are just always with you and they're not going away. Right. They're as addictive as literally anything could be right now. The most addictive thing on the planet that's affecting most people's mental health.
No argument from us.
But this is not a mental health podcast. We communicated through laughter. We're not going to get serious. Right. But what I think is really interesting to think about is you have the iPhone 12. It's got the extra Retina display. It's got the all-day battery. It's got the wireless charging. It's got all the the juice. iPhone, let's just say iPhone 18. What the heck could they possibly add in 5 years to one of these phones? Like, we've maxed out.
That's what I'm saying. You have facial recognition. You have audio recognition. You have...
But that's software. Software.
Yeah.
That's an update you could do right now to iPhone 11.
Yeah. They've really kind of hit close to that limit, and I think that's why they're going real slow. Every update is real slow at this point in terms of they're really milking it, getting the most out of what they can, because a lot of the latest iPhone updates have really just been like, your camera's a little better, your camera's a little cleaner. I mean, but it's like the phone is the exact same,
pretty much.
I mean, at this point, I think the best thing they can probably do is turn Siri into like a hologram that pops out of your phone.
But that would
he starts talking to you.
Hold on.
That's some serious.
A lot of people like you, like I've seen sometimes on the podcast, you're like this, like with covert ops. Sorry for audio listeners. Khalid makes basically a foxhole around his phone, so you can't see. Basically, the enemy line, you cannot see what this man is doing.
This is the boundary.
So you're telling me right now, you're asking for hologram? All of a sudden, WorldStar comes up in 3D. You're like, oh shit, right? Bro, you're gonna expose yourself, right? You're not exposing yourself.
You don't want to
keep it too deep.
You're right.
Keep it too deep.
You're right.
Right?
It's better for everybody.
You're on the bus. All of a sudden, somebody's like, whatever they were watching before they got, right? There's some 3D action.
You want the days in the lecture halls when you opened up your laptop.
Your boy went to the bathroom. Yo,
I know you did that.
No. Joe,
I'm gonna go to the washroom.
I remember the one day I was so peeved at you guys.
Yeah.
Because I remember it was one of these massive lecture halls, and we were all hiding each other's phones.
Yeah.
I was so pissed, and it's like I didn't have anything else to entertain myself. And
We've been doing the most.
And I was like, I'm never the guy who fucks with anybody else's phone.
Exactly. Why are you doing this to me? Why?
Bro, it's honestly
oh my god, good times, bro.
The only thing that tops that is when you don't wish me a happy birthday. Dude,
thought we were boys.
Top 10 coldest moves.
Top 10 coldest moves. Unbelievable.
Oh my god.
So what you want like holographics on your phone going forward?
I mean, no.
You're gonna go to incognito mode on your phone and it's gonna pop up with the thing in your phone.
Bro, you want Tupac?
Bro, it's bad. It's bad. I don't think we want to go down that lane. I mean, but the only thing that I wanted actually was a hologram for like Siri, like an actual person type thing.
Like a Jarvis thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so what's she gonna do? She's gonna be like project light in the sky and
no, just like comes up.
Okay.
Just says to you, good morning. Things like that. Reminders.
Okay.
Talks to you. Very futuristic, man. Gives me Iron Man vibes.
You can do that right now.
Iron Man vibes.
Yeah. But again, that's a software thing, right? If you're talking about hardware, I think we've basically maxed out. And here's the funny thing. I know we were ripping on Boomerang the last podcast.
Right.
When you film a 4K, like these new gen phones are going to shoot 8K video. There's barely even content out there for a 80-inch TV that shoots 4K video. Like a lot of programs are still in 1080p because your eye is not distinguishing. Like unless you're looking at like a 300-inch screen.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference.
You can.
You come to
you're
Best Buy, you're
pixels.
like, hey, 4K, and this is 8K. Like,
There's literally zero 8K content. And again, you're going to push it to an online, Instagram. It's going to be chomped down to 720.
Exactly.
So it's just like you have an 8K camera. That's great. Nobody knows it's 8K.
Exactly.
Yeah. You basically
you just got upsold. Good job.
You're hitting that threshold. The only thing they can really do, honestly, is fix that battery life, man.
Oh,
thanks,
Lord.
Yeah.
But
within 3 months of getting a brand new phone, the battery already sucks.
Yeah.
No, you guys
leave
are
it
overcharging
overnight.
it.
That's why you leave it overnight.
Okay. Modern phones.
I think we know Call It doesn't overcharge.
Yeah, because he doesn't overcharge. Yeah.
His phone always be
on E.
dying.
Listen, don't go higher than 80%.
Okay.
Don't go lower than 20.
Yeah, I know that.
And you'll be in a good place.
I know that.
But I think there's going to be interesting, obviously, battery technology is about to explode well beyond the phone industry for everything.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
How so?
Because of the electrification of everything, cars, right?
Oh, sure.
So you're going to see all of that on a macro level basically come into the telecommunication segment, whether it's phones or laptops or whatever. And you're just going to start seeing like these quick charges, like 10 minutes, all of a sudden you have 60% juice, right?
Yeah.
I think that's going to be crazy. But again, it's just like now you're serving the worst habit possible.
Exactly.
It's just like now it gives you more incentive because
Your
it's
phone
just like,
doesn't-
I never run out of battery.
Your phone doesn't die for a week. It's like, come on. It's even worse. You're on it all the time.
Can I just throw a bone at you guys?
Okay.
Steve Jobs is dead. Okay.
Okay.
The Apple Watch.
Yeah.
Do you think before he was dead, like they had the conversation, like, yo, Steve, this Apple Watch is amazing for all this health information, but like we keep getting all this data. We know when people are wanking. How do we want to store it? This has been a conversation at Apple.
Wow.
They 100% know when people are orgasming with the Apple Watch on. What are they doing with that data? That's going in a folder somewhere. You know that.
It's going in the spank bank.
Somebody's just watching like a heart rate. Oh yes, yes.
I guarantee you that the people are like that, bro. There's some people.
It's elevated. 115 BPM.
Bank.
115 BPM.
Soon they're gonna put a camera in that too, so that they can really see everything, bro.
my
Yo, but do you think that was a conversation? Like, imagine, like, well, Steve Jobs was like on the way out. Like, I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. Like, imagine somebody's like, I know you're not feeling that great, but we have to have a conversation, Steve, before you go.
Yeah.
What are we going to do with all this information about people jerking off? Like, how do we process this information, Steve?
Oh, I
don't
don't
want to
know.
ruin the legacy of Apple, but we are sitting on a lot of information here. Do we want to?
He probably just looked back at them like, I'll talk about that later. It's kind of a sticky subject.
But bro,
Mike's on a roll right now, man. Damn.
get more of that coffee in you. It's a winning blend, dude.
Yo.
But for real, all that information is sitting somewhere.
Yeah, man.
So what are they doing with that information?
Good question, man. I don't know, man. I don't know.
I can't answer that question
Yeah, I don't know.
gladly because I can't think like that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, well, I love the memes too, where it's just like my NSA agent watching me for the fourth time today.
Damn it, take a break. Okay? Oh, dude. Damn.
That's
Bro,
crazy.
they say, and I don't mean to get this podcast super sexual,
Right.
but they say that
It's too late, bro.
It's too late. We're in too
they
deep.
say that either for orgasming or for a guy busting a nut.
Yeah.
I think it's
Bust a
something
nut.
like 21 or 22 times a month
Yeah.
is actually like the peak or the perfect amount to actually reduce like chances of heart stroke.
Really?
Stuff like
Prostate,
that.
yeah, prostate
Yeah, a bunch of
health.
times. So it's like a lot of people think they're doing too much when they do like, I don't know, 3 weeks out of 4.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, you're probably doing just
You're
enough.
doing
Whether
enough,
it's
right?
whether it's with sex with your partner or by yourself.
Yeah.
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 So you know what's actually crazy about that, though? Do you know the origin of cornflakes?
Tell us. Let's go. Let's rip into this,
All
baby.
right. So speaking of jerking off, right? So originally,
Banned from TikTok
cornflakes-
Live for a week.
So
Go.
okay, John Kellogg's, right?
Okay.
Was a doctor. He was Christian, very devoted Christian. He didn't believe in sex.
Okay.
Or masturbating. Okay.
Can't.
So when actually to the extent where he even on his honeymoon when he got married, he didn't have sex with his wife.
Yeah.
Okay. So his wife actually on that night when they were having their honeymoon, he was actually writing a book about. He didn't sleep with his wife.
Yeah, okay.
Anti-sex book. Okay.
Yeah.
So then he was like, you know what? Masturbating is caused by a dietary reason. you know?
Okay.
So
Okay.
he's like, listen, the only way we can get people to stop masturbating is we're gonna feed them foods that are not too sugary and stuff like
Okay.
that. So he came up with cornflakes. Okay, so it was bland. Okay, and he was thinking, all right, you know what? If we give them this bland food, they're not gonna, masturbate at all. So guess what? His brother was like, yo, we can't sell that. Okay, so we're gonna need to add sugar to that.
Yeah,
bro, it went booming. Kellogg's cornflakes. That's how it started. Originally, it was for no masturbation, bro. He wanted to make it a dietary food that decreases your sexual tension.
How does the brain come up with this,
bro?
There's like not even there's not even like a good reasoning for this. It's just like, I'm gonna feed you pig feed, like ground cornmeal.
Everything is bland. I'm not gonna give you anything with sugar, anything with seasoning. All these things are just gonna, get you amped, ready to go. Give you that bland work, bro. Take it.
Man, that is crazy.
The origin of some things, how they become what they are, is so weird. Like the stories you hear, like even that. There's the roller coasters in the 1800s.
Oh yeah.
The first roller coaster ever created was Coney Island in New York in the 1800s.
Very cool.
And it was created for kind of, I guess, similar reasons to what you were just saying. But the guy basically made it to get people away from brothels and like sinful places. Spend your time here. It's so much fun. Look at this roller coaster.
Free of sin.
And so he basically, Lamarcus Thompson, basically. And guess what? They left that roller coaster right after and went right back to the brothel, brother.
Bro, look at that. Religious people gave us two things: cornflakes and roller coasters, bro. You get breakfast, and then you can turn up at night.
Shout out the Christians.
Yeah.
Yo, so like... So basically, the guy like is sitting there one day.
Yeah.
He's like, I just love thinking about like the origin of a roller coaster.
Yeah.
And even too, I wonder like across his mind, he's like, okay, like obviously there's a little bit of vibration in the tracks.
Yeah.
It's enough stimulation, right?
Yeah.
And it'll get people excited, and it's the closest thing that like you could get to.
Yeah.
It's just like the logic. At some point, he's just like, yeah, this will work.
Just take it and go.
But it's just like, can you imagine the early roller coasters? It's like, it was a death wish. It was probably like a bucket on wheels.
Yeah, exactly.
Like not even rails. Like we're looking at a picture right now for the audio listeners, but it pretty much looks like a horse carriage that's been modified for like a minor cart that they've basically just put on with probably a couple horseshoes.
Well, you look at that, right?
Yeah.
You look at that from what, in the 1800s, in the 1880s, right? What's the ride at Canada's Wonderland, the Canadian one that's all
Yukon
wood?
Striker.
No, the one that's all wood. No, wood, the wooden one.
Oh, yeah. I forgot the name.
Okay,
man.
regardless. Okay, the wooden ride.
Ghost Coaster.
The wooden ride at Wonderland, one of those original ones. It's called like the Canadian something.
Yeah.
And that one, you get on that, you're literally sick by the time you exit.
Bro, your head is killing
and
you.
you
It's shaking.
It shakes so much. It's like you swear you look down at like the screws and bolts along the way, and it's like those are gonna pop, man. I've seen enough Final Destination that those are gonna pop.
Thank you.
It's like I can't even imagine what these things would be like in the 1800s.
Kind of like the CNE. Yo. But hold on. That's
out a truck.
That's crazy. But look, exactly that. It's describing. So the original roller coasters were those coal carts where they carried coal out of the mines.
Oh,
right?
That's
so
very
it
cool.
was those pump things that were on railroad tracks.
Yeah.
So that's what it looked like. And the guy's like, you know what? So obviously the boys at work were one day.
Yeah.
They were at work one day, and they're like, you know what? There's not enough coal for like a full load.
Right.
And like, let me just hop in. Let's see where this goes. They're like, yo, this is fun.
Yo.
Can you imagine how much trouble they got into? People have always been fucking around.
Yeah,
bottom
it's
line.
true, man. It's true.
Everybody's been fucking around.
And it was in New York, so they were dead ass about it.
Deadass B.
Deadass B. Get on this ride.
Yo, can you imagine back in the day? They're like, yo, Deadass. Yo, the coal just dusted my Timbs. Yo, they're working in the mine. Yo,
With Tim, yo. They go back so far, bro.
American heritage, dude. Yo, but you remember the scene in Zoolander where he's walking in the coal mine with his undershirt, dude?
Yeah.
Oh, that kills me. Obviously, nothing to do with roller coasters.
No, but Zoolander's a classic, man.
Yeah.
That was a funny
Zoolander 2
movie.
is kind of doo-doo, though.
No, yeah, okay, it's terrible.
But you like terrible movies.
But I think this is actually a good terrible.
Okay.
There's a difference between bad terrible and
How
good
so?
terrible, in my opinion. Okay, good terrible is like a lot of Will Ferrell movies or Zach Galifianakis stuff. It's really stupid. It's really, really stupid, but it's still creative enough that it's actually funny. And then there's bad terrible like Riverdale or just like downright terrible comedy movies.
Yeah. Can I say something on camera?
Yeah.
I think Will Ferrell, like Step Brothers, is probably one of the funniest movies I've ever seen to date. A lot of his other content is not that funny.
I don't disagree.
He
with
rides
you.
his reputation really well, and I find Will Ferrell's thing is like he starts to just scream and like get really like emotional. I don't know why we're yelling. It's just like this is like
It's like a tall white Kevin Hart.
it's like stairwell kids humor.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
those high school kids that are just like, oh, I love Will Ferrell.
Yeah,
It's like some of the stuff is funny.
Yeah.
He nailed his he nailed this part. Okay, well, there's for me, there's 3 Will Ferrell movies that I think are good, and then the rest are bad.
Okay.
The 3 that are good are A Night at the Roxbury,
Yeah,
Step Brothers,
Yeah.
and The Other Guys,
The
which
Other
is
Guys
the
was
most
nice.
downright hilarious. I was crying in the movie theater when the 2 cops jump from the top of the building. They're like, "Go for it," and they jump off the rooftop, and it just splat. One of them's is it Samuel? Samuel Jackson, and I can't remember who was his partner.
Dude, you guys
So
remember,
stupid.
Do you guys remember when Adam Sandler came to Toronto and somebody roasted him?
No, do we have a clip of that?
You don't remember that?
Bro, Adam Sandler is a man of the people, man. I always be seeing videos of him playing babasketball at random courts.
He's New York. He's
Walmart
New York,
shorts.
New
Yeah,
York, bro.
Walmart shorts and his big ass golf shirt.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yo, I have a like very controversial statement. So when you hear the name Justin,
Yeah.
like I don't think I've ever met a Justin. I think most people probably know the same. We all know a Justin, who's like super feminine and like does his eyebrows.
Ooh.
What?
I don't know any people that are like super masculine. I don't know. Everybody's like, my name's Justin. You know, like they all like do their eyebrows, like have really crazy hair, like they all have nice. I'm not saying anything bad.
It's a random ass statement.
But it's true. Tell me right now.
I just came back from golfing with Justin.
Tell us about Justin.
Yo, but is he like manly as fuck?
Yeah, Justin's actually.
No.
There's not a single Justin on the planet. There's just like, yo, I'm afraid of that guy. Yo, Justin Timberlake, Justin Bieber. Tell me right now. How many Justins out there? I think at least 30% of the Justins have one of those eyebrow cuts. You know, the barber's like,
They make you a little sexy for right here.
Yeah, they're probably like afraid to ask their barber, like, hey, could you do that eyebrow cut? Yeah,
Two lines, bro. 2 lines, man.
Yeah, it's the truth, Mo.
That's so random. I don't know where you got that from.
No, but it's true. I was thinking about it the other day. I'm like, I don't know a Justin who's like, damn, like I'm scared of this guy. Just like I think all Justins are pushovers.
I'm telling you, if a clip of this goes up, there's gonna be some Justins in the comments.
Tag a Justin.
Tag a Justin.
Yo, so hard transition.
Defend yourself.
Hard transition. Yo, if you're 10 years old, stop watching right now.
Right now.
So guys, at what age did you realize Santa Claus was not real?
my That's actually a good point because
yo, people are about to be fed up with this one.
First we came for the Christians, now we're coming for Santa Claus.
The pool guys.
Bro, everything's fake.
Yeah. Oh my god. Why are you guys such haters?
Dude, but for real.
Trying to end everything?
But for real.
Leave something for us.
Yes.
Do you think with social media, like I'm sure a lot of kids now that have access to an iPhone, like the magic is now dead.
Yeah,
I don't really think like there's an age, and you were saying it earlier when we were kind of prepping for this. You run with it. Like, how do you figure out that Santa Claus is not real? Who tells you?
Yeah, obviously it's like your friends. You go to school, like you know, they tell you that Santa Claus is not real, or your older sibling.
Yeah,
you know, like in today's day and age, it's like the kids are like, bro, technology tells them everything.
Exactly.
You're behind a phone. These guys are maturing
So
faster
fast.
than we were. You know, so it's like they're getting this from the internet.
Yeah, so
you
they
can't
know.
stop it.
So go ahead.
But for you, that must have been heartbreaking. Like you got home and you're like, Hoyle, I heard Santa's not real.
Yeah, Hoyle was like, who the hell is that?
Remember that guy that I sat on his lap at Yorkdale?
Was he the sexy one or not?
You're telling me he's not
big
real?
white beard, Hoyle.
Was his van real too?
Okay, yo, Khaled, but for real, like, at what moment did you realize Santa Claus was not real? This has never been discussed in history.
Oh man, this was
Biggest taboo.
yeah.
Biggest taboo.
Me, classroom, came straight to school.
What age?
And I think it was like
19.
no. It was like
A couple days ago.
maybe like 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty good age.
Well, yeah, it was a classmate, man.
Yeah.
Broke it down for me, man.
So how do you break it down? You remember that day?
Bro, you know when you have usually when the teacher is doing like she's reading a book to the class.
Yeah.
And you guys all just sit down in front of her.
Yeah, for sure. Cross-legged.
Cross-legged, bro. My knees can't handle that anymore.
Yeah.
But my boy just nudged me to the side. He said, "Yo, fam, do you hear about this?" I said, "What?" Santa, man. So yeah, what about him?
He dead.
Not real. Yo, what? Say that again? Santa? Not real. Bro, me and Hoya had to have a sit down.
Yo.
What's going on? What is that man doing in Yorkdale if he's not real? Tell me.
Bro.
I'm sweating right now.
My brother woke me up. My brother woke me up. He's like, come on. I think Santa's eating the cookies and putting out the presents. And I'm like, whatever age I was, 8 years old. I'm like, hype. I'm hype. I'm like, yes, let's go. Yeah. I go into the room. We peek. We're like, we gotta be quiet. And there's my mom and dad eating the cookies with milk. And my brother's just like, caught in 4K. Yeah. Psych, ruined it for you.
Bro, you guys are wild.
Did you go back to sleep that night?
No, I'm like, oh, Christmas is ruined.
But at that day, you became a man.
I'm still gonna accept the gifts, but
yeah, but
I won't appreciate them.
I'm not gonna lie, the gifts are
my.
kind of nice.
It don't matter who got it at this point.
Yeah, for me, I remember one day my sister brought us in the garage. She's like, "Do you see those garbage bags?"
Yeah,
they were like in, like the storage space and like above a garage with like wooden planks.
Yeah,
it's like really.
Yeah.
She's like, "What do you think those are?" I'm like, "I don't know." She's like, "It's close to Christmas. What do you think those are?" And at that moment, I'm like, okay. I have been suspecting this for a while. Ooh. But I didn't really... It's one of those things, you know, but you just don't care to find the answer.
Yeah.
Because there's this deep-rooted fear that's like, damn, if I know...
I'm going to ruin everything. I might not get a gift.
It's exactly it. Yeah. Am I still going to get gifts? It'd be like, yo, mom and dad, I understand Santa Claus is not real, so let's make this easy. You start giving me $200 every Christmas, I buy what we want. We cut the middleman.
Yeah.
Right? Cut the middleman, bro. Cut the bullshit. Listen, you don't need to wrap it up. Save your time. Throw an extra $20. Skip the wrapping paper, right? And it's just, everything works.
Yeah.
But I think that's, everybody growing up. I think younger now, people are getting this reality check that they didn't get. Like, even, like, look, the tooth fairy, like, nobody, like,
damn,
the tooth fairy is not real, too.
Yeah.
Like, listen, they're all fake.
That's another one.
They're all fake. Yep. The tooth fairy's good. I like it, but like at a certain point, I remember one night, and this was this. I remember one night, my mom, like, I felt her. It's like she was trying to like slip a toonie under the pillow, and I'm like,
you're like half asleep.
Sleeping. I'm like, if I wake up, I'm not getting this $2.
yeah. You're like, oh, keep calm, fam.
Right. Yeah. So like at that point, you're like, okay, everything is a lie. So
But what can you really believe as a kid growing up if all of those things are broken down and saying, hey, Santa's not real, the tooth fairy's not real. What's next, bro?
Well, is that what they're doing? Parents throughout time, they're just setting their kids up to break their hearts early so that they get used to life.
That's true. That's like a healthy thing, probably.
And not just that, but the entire idea around the tooth fairy is really weird, man.
Yeah.
Some mystical thing is going to come in your sleep and drop you, especially. What do they do in America? Do they drop $2 $1 bills?
That's true.
Just America, we need answers.
They just slip it in your pillowcase. Like, maybe like the toonies aren't going anywhere, right?
Throw the $2 bills at your face and then take your tooth. Like, oh, I love your tooth. I'll take that in the bag. Like, it's so weird. The whole idea when you actually think behind it, it's like, that's sick.
That'd kind of be a nice episode though. Just folklore.
Oh, folklore episode. I'll write that down.
Dude, write it down right now. And while you're doing that, I'm just gonna say, like, so we looked it up. Obviously, Google, one of the first questions that says people ask, is Santa Claus real in India? Is one of the first asked questions.
Why are people so concerned about Santa in India?
I don't know. They're just like, wait, what are these Westerners having? Why don't I get it, Mama and Papa? Right?
What's going on?
But anyways, he's known as Christmas Papa.
No.
Instead of Santa Claus.
In India.
I love it when you call me Big Pop.
See, me and Nick can't do that, but you can get away with it.
You can do that, right? Because you're Somali. Is that guy Somali?
Shout out to B.I.G. Let's go.
But that's crazy. So I think I've gone into this before, but you guys know that Santa Claus is actually like, it's Santa Claus like the Dutch tradition.
Okay.
But basically Coca-Cola grabbed that and they're like, this is a great marketing angle. The Santa Claus that we know in North America with the red hat and the puff and the polar bears and the sled and the reindeers, entirely marketed by Coca-Cola.
I have heard that.
The whole backstory has been created by Coca-Cola.
No way.
Yes, Santa's workshop, because it was a way to sell Coke at Christmas. Right? Because that was really one of the only novelties back then. Is like you get a pop.
Exactly.
There wasn't, you had toys, you had rocking horses and all that. But like,
so did they have like ads of like Santa with those original Coke bottles?
Yeah.
After he dropped off
on posters and stuff.
The gifts.
Yeah. It wasn't milk.
Cup of milk.
It wasn't milk. It was Coke.
But you think about it growing up. Probably your earliest childhood memories were the Santa Claus Coke commercials and the M&Ms. Same company,
Same
right?
thing, yeah.
Same company, right?
Yeah.
Remember the M&Ms Christmas commercials, right? Where Santa's creeping around.
Oh yeah.
So basically, it was just a giant marketing scheme. Like, there's obviously a lot more information we could probably go into, but I just found it fascinating that our modern interpretation in North America of Santa Claus is from a company trying to sell you product.
That's how, man, that's a lot. A lot of things are like that.
And it's true too. If you think about it back on YTV, I remember in kindergarten, I sat down one day, and this is a day that I became a man.
Yeah.
I remember it was a TV show, and for some reason, my teacher's like, instead of gym today, you guys are going to learn about marketing. I'm like, okay, I'm with it. And she put this tape in the VCR, and it was a video on how all of your favorite kids' television shows were actually half an hour long advertisements to sell you a toy. So literally, Transformers, the whole idea behind Transformers was just a giant half an hour long commercial to sell you Transformers.
Wow.
That's crazy, eh?
Yeah,
if you start thinking about that and start adding those up.
Yeah.
It's almost depressing to think of all those
Care
things.
Bears.
Exactly.
Care Bears.
Trolls.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Trolls. Oh, my God. Yeah.
They're trying to take advantage of us.
Literally just to sell product.
Exactly.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, it's actually nuts. Wow.
So they were just half an hour long commercials. They're like, hey, how can we sell this backstory, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And it's funny because I remember as a kid, you're watching YTV and you're watching Transformers, right? Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden there's an ad for a toy. You're like, that toy is super cool. And it's like your parents, to stop watching, you're not getting the toy in the ad.
Yeah.
It's like little do they know, as soon as that commercial breaks over, you're being sold on the biggest sell that nobody realizes.
Exactly.
There's no way those parents knew what was coming.
Yeah.
No, but isn't that a crazy thing to think about?
Yeah. It's nuts.
It is. It's a sad thing to think about.
Wild.
We're doing a transition.
Yeah, transition. I was going to say, but
You had something about
chainsaws.
We going back to origins of stuff.
This is dark.
So I don't know about this, but you wanted to surprise us.
Yeah,
huh?
so this one was very weird when I came across it. So chainsaws actually originally were meant for childbirth.
Oh,
That's
get out. What?
frightening, dude.
That's scary. Think about that.
Explain.
You know
Explain.
how, right now we use chainsaws for wood, man. Imagine that being used in childbirth, okay? Well, obviously they didn't have the chainsaw of that size. So the one that they were using back then was more of the size of a kitchen knife, right?
Okay.
And it was meant, since they couldn't do C-sections then, it was meant to cut the pubic bone so there was enough space for the baby to come through the birth canal.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, and the mother would be doing that with no anesthesia,
Yeah.
bloody,
Yeah.
and weak, bro. So all of that little later translated to where they moved on, and now what we have is the actual chainsaw where we use for wood, which is very weird, bro.
So somebody's basically said, hey, this is pretty good at cutting bone. We might as well cut a tree with it.
Yeah, man. Imagine
That is
they're going
frightening.
through that, man.
Dude, that's
That's messed up. And hopefully we're not TikTok live banned. We've been saying a lot of stuff, but this might be okay, we shut her down.
Yeah, I know, right?
Shut down.
You're not going to ruin childbirth for us. So
Yeah. So the only thing my brain immediately goes to, which is terrifying, is you're talking about this as an origin story of childbirth.
Yeah.
The most other well documented, when you think of chainsaw, you think of Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah, I think of serial killer movies or actual things.
Exactly.
Isn't that terrifying?
Exactly.
You guys, I brought this up before.
It's a scary weapon. It's a scary item.
It is terrifying.
It's a very scary item.
I brought this up before, but this is interesting for the podcast. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Psycho, Silence of the Lambs. They're all based off the same guy, Edward Gein.
Those are all Gein?
Yep.
Yeah,
Serial
I know. Yeah, I know.
Back in the day in early America.
So did he have all these characters, or
No, they were all inspired by him. So basically, they all take elements from him.
Okay.
So the dude was basically severely demented.
okay,
His mother died. After she died, he started going on this killing spree.
yeah,
Right? And so he was one of those guys. The notorious thing about Edward Gein was he would take the skin and the scalps of his victims,
use it as a mask.
and he would use it as a mask, as lampshades, as furniture.
Yeah.
Right. And so when they eventually figure out and caught him, they raided his house and they found that there was just chairs made of human skin. And so Texas Chainsaw Massacre, you have the skin, right? Silence of the Lambs, the creepy guy there.
Yeah.
He's dressing up in the wigs and as the lady and all that. Because this
yeah.
guy, after his mother died, he started dressing up as his mother, right? Same thing with Psycho. Isn't that just
bro, that is
creepy?
just a crazy
Psycho with Christian Bale? Which
No,
one's
that's American Psycho.
That's
bro.
American Psycho.
American
You're
Psycho,
right. You're right. You're mixing them up.
The original Psycho.
So what's with
American serial killers?
no, there's serial killers in Canada too, but
yeah,
what's with humans' fascination with serial killers?
bro.
I think it's
People love that.
true
course.
crime. Girls love that.
Especially girls.
True crime. We could probably do a whole episode on and I know people know about them, but all these different stories and serial killers.
Yeah.
40% to 50% would be our following ratio of females.
For sure.
Yeah, 100%.
Women
love
that
that
stuff.
stuff.
Yeah.
But man, it's funny because I was talking to a dude at work and we were joking around. We're like, in 5 years, these girls are going to max out. They're going to go through every single
Yeah.
True crime story.
What do you have left?
You know what they're going to start doing?
Creating their own.
Creating.
We're going to be like, yo, hologram Siri. Okay. I want a chainsaw. I want a close family member. I want
some human
skin, southern United States. Create a story, right? Supposedly they haven't caught the guy to this day.
What?
Right?
Oh, man.
But it's just all going to be made up, right?
Yeah,
AI generated stories. Can you imagine how fire they're going
That'd
to
be
be? It was the night of
nice.
December 5th, 1997. John Smith was getting ready for bed. Wow. Dude.
Bro, it would be crazy.
It would be crazy. I'm so glad, dude, that lasers are not a weapon.
Why is that?
Can you imagine how much damage you could do with a laser?
A laser? You talking about like a laser cutter?
A really obviously you need like a massive
That'd be scary.
unit.
Don't give anyone ideas, man.
Yeah,
Humans
sorry.
it's gonna be a thing.
So humans like dead things, right?
Yeah.
We like learning about it. Why do we still care about the Olympics? I guess that's why.
So you're saying the Olympics? Saying the Olympics is dead?
Yeah, man. Honestly,
Smooth, nice with it,
bro.
It wasn't. Sorry,
Yeah,
sorry. It wasn't long ago. Like earlier this week.
Yeah.
That Piers Morgan.
Yes.
Yeah.
He said something along the lines of I don't think he was attacking the Olympics in general, but he was attacking the Tokyo Olympics.
Okay.
And he was saying that they're crap. No one wants to watch them. They're dead. And he got some backlash. But I think. And I don't find myself agreeing with Piers Morgan very much because I don't really agree with him.
Yeah, he really.
But yeah, I gotta agree with this one.
Yeah,
like it's true, man. I mean, and it's because of the whole COVID situation, man. There's not enough fans in the stands, bro. It's like this lack of energy
but
in the
hold
building.
on. I think COVID really showed the true colors of it. And I think the Olympics are great in that sense. There's a lot of very, very, very talented athletes.
Of course.
And I'm not discrediting any of that
They
whatsoever.
do not
They put in the work.
They barely get paid. They work their ass off. I have nothing but
prison.
respect for
the glory of their nation.
Yeah,
right?
and for the nation. But these people are awesome. I love the athletes, but it's so weird how we love, like, a lot of us can respect all this, but it's like, but I'd rather watch my team sport. I'd rather watch ball. I'd rather watch football.
But here's the problem. We're talking about sports that are completely irrelevant in an internet age.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So not to hate, but shot put. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
Ping pong is great. And I know there's a lot of countries that like ping pong. In North America, again, speaking as an ignorant Canadian, don't care. I would rather watch beer pong Olympics.
Right.
Make it entertaining. Like, we don't have to do these 100-year-old things. Like, I think the Greco-Roman wrestling is crazy. Like, those guys are just superior athletes.
Of course, yeah.
But is somebody watching that opposed to the UFC? Absolutely not.
No, but I think the Olympics is trying to add stuff. There are new sports all the time. It shouldn't be that hard, but also some of the stuff is just kind of weird too. And it's like, this isn't really a sport.
Yeah,
and
I think they're just holding on to culture. A lot of the things.
But they need to like move forward. Like, there needs to be a modern version of Olympics.
Yeah, exactly.
Like there needs to be not to be cringy, and I don't know if I'm wrong for saying this, but there needs to be more like internet related stuff incorporated into the Olympics.
Like, what do you mean?
Like even if there was like, I don't want to go into esports and say that, but like,
you think esports should be?
I'm not going to say that, but I think there's modern things that should be incorporated. Like, whether it's a modern game or not. Like, imagine if there was the Olympics. Again, it's not fair because if you're saying football was now like American football was part of the Olympics. Yeah. No other country in the world is going to beat America because it's their sport.
Yeah, and nobody else plays it.
The World Cup, though, but explain to me. World Cup, obviously, soccer is massive in a lot of countries.
Exactly.
But I guarantee you, the World Cup watch numbers are 10 times out of the Olympics.
Absolutely.
For sure.
100%.
But it just goes to show you. So it's just like the sports and all the things that these guys are competing in. Like, I think swimming is dope. I swam for pretty much, like, that was my sport pretty much growing up. It was a poor kid's sport. You don't need anything but goggles, right? But are you really watching?
I mean, it was fun at one point, though. Remember when Michael Phelps? Yeah,
but we grew up.
Yeah. And Thorpe, I remember that. Like, he was his teammate as well. Like, that's when it was fun. And then running was Usain Bolt and all of these guys. Like,
Mike, what are you saying?
But I think it's a legitimate conversation here that we're having with the Olympics, because as we're saying, it wasn't even like 10 years ago maybe that we still found the people around us and ourselves like enjoyed the Olympics or would talk about them.
Exciting.
Look at the medal counts, stuff like that. Obviously the USA runs shit. Yeah. But what has actually, like, I know you're saying they need to adapt and modernize, but I don't even know if, like, do you think it's just an our age group thing that's kind of getting bored with it?
But our age group, here's the thing: if we don't care about it, kids that are 16 right now, 10 years, 11, 12
Do
years
not give
younger.
a damn.
Nobody is tuning into the Olympics.
Yeah, 100%.
Nobody,
100%.
dude. And here's the pathetic thing.
Yeah.
That I'll be honest with it.
Yeah.
I think it's because they've done such a terrible job with coverage because it's still CBC or the international news outlets. Why are they not being live streamed on Twitch?
So that is the first thing.
Why is the distribution
that's
so
the first
poor?
thing in
Yeah.
regards to this that I'll agree with. I think they are doing a terrible job.
Distribution is awful.
Exactly.
Put it in front of, like, if you want young kids to be
Put
interested.
it on social media platforms.
Live stream it on Twitch.
Exactly. Done.
Live stream on
But
Facebook.
then guess what? Ad money, all these other things come into it too.
But that's okay if the
Bro, the
athletes can make
Olympics
some of the
cost some-
money.
Yeah.
You know,
what I mean?
everywhere where the Olympics goes, it literally drains and destroys that country.
Yeah,
yeah.
because they set up these large.
Yeah.
Bro, a lot of places just straight up say too, we don't want the Olympics.
Yeah.
Like, this is it's going to destroy our economy.
Yeah.
Like, what for? What is this really for? Tourism? Like,
Yes.
Like to
That's
What, they're
the
going to be
boom
here for
tourism?
like
That's
how
weak.
long and they're out?
Yeah. I'm shocked the Tokyo Olympics is still happening, but it is what it
you
is.
see their beds are made of like cardboard boxes.
Yeah, because they don't want athletes having sex. Like
Well, they
like,
do that.
Listen, they'll stand up and do it. They'll figure it out.
Bro, they're gymnasts. They're going to be on the wall.
Yeah, like Spider-Man. Come on now.
Have you guys heard any stories about like the past Olympics before COVID, like
How
before
long, yeah.
Tokyo? How they basically the like
Olympic Village.
thank you, Jesus.
Yes, sir.
The Olympic Village in past Olympics
Yeah.
is the horniest place on Earth.
Really?
The man who built that roller coaster on Coney Island because of the brothels, brother, he would have built 50 of them just in Tokyo alone. He would have been so
100%, man.
upset with these athletes, bro. And they have to because sports,
Exactly.
you have to
High
release
energy,
those. Yeah, you have to
testosterone,
release,
estrogen.
and
Yeah, bro.
you have a lot of good-looking, men and
Bro,
women.
the best people in shape are
Yeah.
there. You
Yeah.
know, unless you're a sumo wrestler, but that's another conversation. I will say.
But even that, man, like it's crazy to think that sumo wrestling, like that could be huge.
Yeah.
It could be marketed properly.
Right.
Honestly, 50 needs to get behind them with some vitamin water. They need to hype it up. Imagine Red Bull. Like, why does Red Bull not touch sumo wrestlers? There should be some interesting stuff, man.
Yeah.
I
don't think Wings could lift them.
I haven't seen Red Bull in a long. I haven't seen Red Bull ads in a long time. Is that just me or?
I think it's because they tapped out, bro. They're like, what are you gonna buy? Red
Yeah.
Bull or Monster? There's nobody.
Exactly.
I
They
only
don't
remember
need- they
it
don't
when they
need
used to
to.
say, "Hey, Red Bull gives you wings." Remember that
was a
whole
come
thing?
up, right?
Yeah, that
all
was
the
a come
time.
up.
You'd
They
see
stopped
all the
doing that
time.
too.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Yo, do you guys think that, like, for the Olympics, it's funny you think about like athletes and
Yeah.
athletic performance and who you're following?
Yeah.
There's so much of that interest already on Instagram that it just completely replaced it. And none of these Instagram athletes are like, I don't use Instagram and I'm not really following these people,
Right.
but it's just like, I haven't really heard about that or seen it.
Yeah. And then it's like, who wants to really tap into like a full event when you can just hop on Instagram? You have House of Highlights that's posting.
it.
I think that's the
best moments.
I think that's
of the
another.
day.
That's another big thing
Yeah.
that's really hurting things is the highlights.
Yeah.
The satisfaction from hopping on YouTube or Instagram and being like, you go into work the next day and one of your buddies wants to talk to you about, oh, did you see this? And you'll just say, yeah, because you saw the highlights and that's
what
enough.
I'm saying. But bro, like, come on, like, exactly, like for me, like when I used to watch basketball,
Yeah.
in Western Conference games, I could not stay up all the way because it's too
Yeah,
late.
it's too late, bro.
You know?
3 hour
So
difference.
exactly. So I'll wake up the next day,
You watch the
the
highlights.
highlights,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
And I felt like I watched the whole game. Why am I gonna?
Yeah,
tap in?
unless it's the weekend, you can't be watching that stuff.
Yo, if, I'm going to just say right now,
Yeah.
if there was a promo code for the Olympics for Skinny Detox Tea and Gymshark, everybody would be on that shit, right?
Every
Lululemon.
Instagram, every
Lululemon.
Instagram model.
This is a direct attack. We're just attacking everybody. But what do you think of people who wear Gymshark at the gym?
They're sponsored by them.
They're
have to be
90%. No. There's people who buy Gymshark that are not sponsored by Gymshark.
You show me one. You show me one.
So next time
I've
you
never
see somebody
seen
at the
it.
gym,
How you repping it that hard though?
Yeah.
but like I don't know, man. Like you see people at the gym wearing that all the time.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Especially
and a lot of
girls,
those fit
though.
girls, right?
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it's just
yeah.
like they want to be that aesthetic.
Listen, you see me, I'm wearing Gymshark. Hey, it means I'm in the gym.
But
You
it's
know?
just like they have like 1,200 followers, and it's just like
Come on, man.
so does a cat on Instagram too. You know what I mean? That's
For real. And
Have you seen
Hannah's
that?
got a bigger following.
Yeah, that's true. She will.
Have you seen that new trend, that new annoying trend on social media platforms where they put the phone in their back pocket in the gym?
See who's watching?
Yeah, put the video on to catch who's watching, and then haha, this is so funny. We put That's
So
annoying
cringe, man.
because again, another trend that's like mostly fake. You have the guys who are
for
like
sure.
breaking their necks, like looking like, yes, guys at gyms look at good looking girls.
Of course, yeah.
But the stuff in these trends is just absurd.
It's just going out their way being a creep to look
Yeah.
at you. Come on, man.
Yeah, it's pretty stupid, man.
Yeah.
You want to know something that's like completely irrelevant to this is I just had to bring up.
What?
I was on a Reddit post the other day.
Okay.
You know that incendiary weapons, like flamethrowers,
Yeah.
weapons that spit fire,
Yeah.
they're banned in the rules of war against civilian use. Like you can't use that on a human, but you can definitely use it on a tank. Isn't that so weird?
That is
Because they're too.
Why are there rules in war?
Because they're isn't that weird?
Yeah.
There's rules of engagement for war. So it's just
Exactly.
like you can kill somebody with a bullet. You're not allowed to use
wait,
fire.
Is that a flamethrower?
That's not
I'm
allowed.
out. It's not allowed, bro.
Bro, this
You're
guy's
cheating.
hacking.
Yeah,
It is, it's hacked. It's basically real life versions of banning hacks. They're doing more than Activision.
It's
at
like
least.
GTA. It's like GTA.
at least
GTA, when you're putting in a code for a new weapon, you're like, give me a second, I'm about to bring out the flamethrower.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. Get him out of here.
If real life acted like Activision, they'd give people a 2-week timeout for using these incendiary weapons, bro.
You gotta
Right?
go back to the barracks.
Yeah. Go back to the barracks. We'll see you in 14 days, fam.
Send this man to the gulag.
Yo, wow, I didn't know that.
But how messed up is that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's just surprising that there's rules to combat.
it's like it's
in a war.
it's war etiquette, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's basically what it is.
It's just so cringy though.
Speaking of etiquette,
Yeah.
Khaled,
What about it?
You got a topic.
you got a topic, my brother. You
Listen,
Yes.
when you're on an airplane, there's some etiquette that needs to be going on here. Because listen, first of all, when I'm on the plane, man, and I'm trying to come in and put my bags up, right?
literally just talked about explosions and war.
Yeah.
Mike's transitioning to airplanes.
No, I
Khaled, this is your topic.
sorry, my bad. Go ahead.
It's too late. It's already switched.
No, but I had a topic in mind as well because when we were speaking about etiquette, right? All right. Smooth transition here. All right.
Bumpy.
Listen, guys.
Those early roller coasters were smoother than that, my God.
The ones on the mines, bro.
The mine cart was
Oh
smoother
my
than
God,
that.
bro. Listen.
Okay.
So, guys,
Yeah.
when you're on an airplane, right?
Yes.
What are some of the etiquettes that you think are important to have?
Okay, number one,
Yeah.
don't put back your seat too much. Recline it.
Yeah.
Do not stop. Like if I'm behind you and you're literally lying on my lap, that's too much.
That's true.
That's
but
too
do
much.
but do you have to ask the person behind you, hey, is it cool?
I think that's
I think
polite.
so. I think it's the polite. I think it's the polite thing to
Yeah.
just ask, and you can probably put it back like 2 clicks or something like that.
Right.
It's a little nicer than sitting up straight.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing about an airplane. After, I don't care who you are, after 6-7 hours, even a 4-hour flight, 3-hour, everybody's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
whether
all in
you put
economy
your seat
together.
back,
Yeah.
whether you put your seat back all the way, you're still going to be uncomfortable.
Absolutely.
So that's the thing. It's just like it grosses me out if somebody's going to be like really toxic about the space on a plane.
Yeah.
Everybody just wants to get to where they want to go. We've woken up early. There's the stress of traveling. There's the stress of getting there when you need to.
Exactly.
Just like be as polite as possible.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just be considerate. I think people who put their chair back, like personally, I don't mind like having a
little
conversation,
bit,
but I wouldn't mind, but I've never had to.
Yeah.
Right. But I've seen photos of like people sticking their feet through chairs
That's
and all that.
disgusting, man.
That's pretty
disgusting.
nasty,
Or
man.
what about people touching you when you're on a plane?
What do you mean touching?
Bro,
What kind of
listen,
people
what
are
kind of
touching you?
planes?
Listen, okay, not just touching you, but like, like for example, if you're in the middle seat, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And you have the armrest there.
Yeah.
And people are shoving you off of that armrest.
Yeah.
Don't you think the person in the middle has like dibs on those 2 armrests right there in the middle? Like,
Both?
why you?
well,
Yeah, because
I
you're in the
think-
middle seat. You're
I
already
think-
at a disadvantage, bro.
Yeah. I think
Think
the
about
middle
it.
seat. The middle
Rotate.
seat has the worst
the worst
situation for sure for however long that flight is. So I guess again, it's another thing where you talk to the people you're next to because we're all in this together.
Doesn't it go unsaid though?
It does. It does go.
But no, I disagree because a lot of people don't travel. A lot of people are nervous. A lot of people, it's just, that's the last thing you're thinking about. A lot of people are just thinking, did I pack enough underwear? They're not trying to be disrespectful and dominate the space on the plane.
You'd be surprised.
No, there's an easy conversation there.
Slight
Have
nudges?
Hey, dude, listen. If it's okay, do you mind if we split the armrest half and half? Is that cool? You know what the person's going to say? Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's an easy conversation.
Let me know when you want it back.
It's
We'll
an
tag
easy
team.
conversation, but it doesn't happen often because people, especially
scared.
nowadays, are scared to talk.
Yo,
yeah.
speaking-
Strangers on an airplane.
Yeah.
Scared to talk.
But I've seen the videos, speaking of fake videos on TikTok or Instagram, whatever, where a guy like will have his phone ready and like smash the other guy's arm off. It's like, bro, that's so fake.
Yeah.
Like this is not real. Like you're trying to cause an altercation to literally get like handcuffed to the back of the plane. Nobody's doing that.
Yeah.
Nobody's doing that.
At all. Like I remember actually like some weird thing happened to me actually when I was younger. So like me and my sister, my mom sent us back from Dubai on our own, right?
Yeah.
So we were young, man. We were traveling by ourselves and we had this older gentleman like sitting with us, right?
Yeah.
So he was, I made sure my sister was sitting on the window seat and I
Yeah.
was sitting in the middle, right? So it came to the time where the flight attendant was coming around giving food, right?
Yeah.
So I get my food. He's thinking, okay, you know what? These guys are young. You know, they're without their parents. You know, let me do them a favor and help them out,
Yeah.
right? So I had some bread and some like, they had like jam and like butter and stuff like that
Yeah.
in there too, right? So he's like, you know what? Let me help you out with that. Bro, he just took it from me right away, okay? Takes it, starts putting the butter all over the bread.
Yeah.
Okay? It's just drenched in butter.
Yeah.
Puts jam, cuts it up for me,
Yeah.
and just gives it to me. Dripping of jam. I'm just like, bro, what is this? Like, why is he touching my food? And why is he
guy's
giving
just
it
trying to be nice.
No, man, that's not being nice. That's like
That's being
overstepping
nice.
boundaries, bro. Because I don't even know you, bro.
So this was the birth of Khaled. This was
Bro,
when Khaled became a
that's
man.
when I was like, listen, you know what? There's etiquette on planes,
Yeah.
bro, and this ain't it.
and I'm gonna run a podcast one
I'm
day.
gonna run a podcast.
And you're not gonna be safe, and neither is Rick Ross.
I've been holding these grudges.
This man, you're like, you remember the way he spread the butter? Did he spread from left to right?
Bro, it was drenched in butter. That's the only thing that it grossed me out. And then my sister was there like, oh my God, are you going to actually eat that? No.
The guy was just trying to be nice.
Bro, that's-
okay, but that doesn't make a difference. I literally don't care.
Yeah.
By the time I'm on the plane,
Yeah.
I know nothing is turning that plane around unless like something catastrophic happens. At that point, I don't care what happens. I'm good. I'm on vacation.
Yeah.
I'm on vacation. As soon as I'm on the plane, I'm on vacation. Because I start getting silly.
Yeah.
And I become a silly goose, right?
I'm a
I
silly
get
little
everybody
goose.
feeling fun around me, right?
Yeah, yeah, getting them amped.
The only thing that really annoys me, like I
Yeah.
love talking to the flight attendants, like,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
you're crazy, here we go.
Yeah.
We haven't drank too much, right?
Yeah.
Just keep getting silly. But I hate, dude, when they're starting to like call gates.
Yeah.
The amount of anxiety, you can feel it. And it's just like everybody starts freaking out, lining up. It's like, guys, motherfuckers, we're all getting on
Yeah,
this plane.
regardless.
Everybody's getting
Yeah.
on this plane. Chill.
Yeah.
Just, some of
Like,
you
wait
just
for-
stay seated, relax.
Wait for
When
your boarding number.
The gate's not going anywhere.
Even when they call my thing, I literally just sit down. I just let all the freaks go up,
The
right?
freaks.
They're doing
Yeah.
their thing.
Doing the most.
And then right before they're about to call the next zone, I'm like, okay, now I only have to wait in behind 5 people. Like,
But you're
yeah, these
humble.
guys are doing way too much. They're so, like, that's the biggest thing. I think people who are ready to go on vacation are all excited. They're only thinking about themselves. They're
100%.
super disrespectful. And
Yeah.
it's back to the
Yeah.
airport etiquette
Yeah.
or airplane etiquette.
Right.
Yeah, 100%.
But
dude.
yeah, and for me, the number one thing that bothers me on airplanes is when you land and everyone starts going,
I start that. I start that.
Bro,
No.
come on, yeah, yeah. See,
No.
like,
I'm that guy. Wow. You know, I start like psyching everybody. I'm like, guys.
Wasn't that smooth? That landing was smooth, wasn't it? Let's go.
Wow, he caught the airstream perfectly, right? I love that shit. And when we take off too,
Yeah.
which I was like, stop. Like these people will
I'd be
never
the
see me
same
again.
way.
And if they do, it'll be on TikTok.
Yo, bro, you gotta be amped when you're going on vacation, man.
I'm always dude.
Yeah,
As soon as I
of
get to the
course.
airport,
Yeah.
as soon as I hit that first agent, it's
Yeah.
like you got to throw your coffee, sir. I'm like,
All right.
no, and I just have fun. And like the past couple times, they're always Filipino people,
Yeah,
right?
oh, yeah.
And I love my
Filipino
Filipino
are so
fans,
nice,
right?
man.
But I love it because like we just start getting this conversation, right?
Yeah.
And you just chat them up. Oh, do you speak Tagalog? Yeah, I have a Filipino buddy, and start throwing a few words.
Kumusta
oh
ka, my bute?
Oh my god!
Hey, come on.
It's just like, sir, take that line, right? And I'm just like, okay, you hook me up with the fast one, right? Sir, take that line, right? Yeah, so I remember the last time I went on vacation, bro. I remember like sweet talking to this lady, and then my buddy got sent to the other one, like the crusty agent. Where are you going?
The Debbie Downer, bro. The worst.
It really be a game of luck sometimes,
Dude,
man.
but sometimes they are doing like the most to grill you. How long are you going for? What's your purpose? What's your occupation?
Yeah.
You know,
what's your occupation?
What do you do for work? Okay,
Serial killer.
dude.
I'm trying to flee the country.
But am I the only one? Like, I'm a pretty confident guy. But then all of a sudden, when you're like coming back,
Yeah.
do you have anything to declare, sir? Like, no. They're like, are you sure you don't have anything? You didn't buy anything. I'm like, I bought like 3 t-shirts. I'm sorry. I don't know, bro. But automatically, it's just like they crush your soul. Do you have anything to declare? I'm sorry,
Bro, I think this goes for a lot of people too. I know it's a little off-topic switch, but
Yeah.
you know that even if I have nothing, it's like I get nervous trying to hide something, right? And you're not even hiding anything. It's like, oh, but the same thing. You go to like, you know, beer store, LCBO, or any liquor store, and you're like going up to the line, be like, try and look 29.
Yeah.
you're 29. You're not
Michael
even
takes
close
off
to the
his
age.
cap.
Yeah, you're like, oh, hopefully they don't ask for my ID. It's like it doesn't matter if they do it, but you're sitting there. And it's like, oh, and then they just, you know, oh, debit or credit.
I made it.
Debit. It's like I walk out, I'm like, wow, I'm so nice with it.
Oh my god.
This is crazy. Holy, they really thought I looked 29. Eh?
Yo, that's actually a topic that I had almost forgotten about.
What?
Here's a messed up thing that I know is happening to every single person that's our age, and whatever age you are. I always look at people, right? Especially in these reality TV shows.
Yeah.
And then I find out their age, and I always assume people are older than me. And then I see their age, and it's like they're 23. I'm like,
How is that possible though? You're aging like,
bro, even people at work. Like
milk.
I see somebody and I'm like, okay, that guy's like probably older than me. And he's like 4 years younger than you. It's just like, wait, what's wrong with my perception? Does that happen to you guys?
It's not your perception, bro.
No,
It's what's going on in their lives, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what is aging you, buddy? You know? Like,
I always assume like these people in these, like, I know it's the Netflix shows, right? They're picking people who are like, okay, well, you know, this person looks like they're 29. It's like, Justin, do my eyebrows. I'm 22. Bro, throwback.
damn Justins.
Yo,
Back to the Justin.
but to throw back to the airport,
Yeah.
you will catch me running back and forth to that bathroom trying to squeeze out all the shit in my body.
Oh, really? You're that?
I'm that guy.
I don't have to go to the. I've been to the bathroom
Just like
like
the nerves,
4
though,
times
right?
in my life on planes. I do not go to the bathroom on
No,
planes.
like prior to the plane. You know what I mean?
No, but I'm just saying it's not even an issue with me. Like even in the airport thing, it's kind of
Lighter
weird.
issue, fam.
It's a lighter issue still.
Softer ting, fam. 100%.
Can you imagine getting on it, just doing the Toronto man accent on the plane the whole time?
No, that's doing too much.
Yeah.
Yo, I remember the one time we got on a plane and it was coming back from Los Angeles, right?
Yeah.
LAX. And it's one of those planes where it was a bigger one. I can't remember the plane sizes, but it had like the TVs and you could pick from whatever movie and you could see where your plane was. Like you could play games with other passengers.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you'll play those games, but not the iMessage games.
iMessage games are not not nice. They're
Okay, so what was so good about this game then?
it was just like you could wait for people to like come in. Like you could play like Sudoku or X's and O's. I guess Sudoku's single player, but like X's and O's, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I remember it was just like inviting because you pick the passenger seat. So I'm like, okay.
Are you giving them the eye?
No, it's just like I'm picking like 69 passenger.
I'm calling you out. I'm calling you out.
passenger seat I-69. Yeah, where are you at? I-69 is not going. How about B-69?
Pull up.
Yo, pull up. Yo, but the one thing, you know when you're in the flight and you're like in the air and all of a sudden somebody opens their window and cranks it. It's like, bro, why could do that?
The worst.
That's an unwritten rule. Like if you're in the sky, there's nothing interesting to see unless you're like an hour from like destination and you're starting to descend, or like 45 minutes, whatever it is, and like you're 45 minutes from.
I think it's cool to open up the window once you're basically on your way down.
Yeah.
There's nothing else to see
You're in your
besides
last
that.
15, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
It's cool.
I'm craving this
city,
now.
you know, it's
I'm
nice.
craving a good vacation.
Yeah.
Dude.
You overlook the city. It's beautiful, man. You know, like, why not? Take
But
a
yeah,
picture
when you're
of
in
it.
the air in the middle, close that thing, man. We don't need to be seeing that light.
That's for sure. Yeah, I bet there's some crazy plane stories that we don't hear about, like from stewardesses. Can you imagine bringing like a crazy like?
I would love to have like a stewardess.
Insane,
bro. The amount of women on there that probably get hit on, super uncomfortable.
And they don't get tipped, which is the worst part.
Yeah,
that's the worst part. It's
Waitress
like
is
you just got to
laughing.
be nice.
Waitress is laughing at
So
them.
tip culture didn't make it to the air.
Bro, imagine that they did.
Don't give them ideas.
Don't give them ideas.
Don't give them ideas.
This
I am
podcast
not
is
about
too
to
nice
start.
with it.
Bro, I'm already spending hundreds to get on that
Right.
plane, bro. I am not tipping.
Yeah, it's true.
Do you think?
But yeah, they are.
Do you think there's any stewardesses with an OnlyFans that just like drop a card and they're like, "Oops,
Oh,
oops," right? That's probably a good business.
I agree. I think they're.
yeah, they probably. Yeah, why not? Make some money off of that.
It's a nice look.
That's
I think
true.
They, I think
Pilots
they could do
probably know about it though.
Yeah, the pilot's probably their top subscriber.
Yeah, 100%.
Top subscriber.
Right when Justin gets back home. Pilot Justin.
Yo, Justin. Don't ask,
Justin,
don't ask your barber to do that cut in your eyebrow next time, bro. It's too much, bro. You haven't been at the LA Fitness gym court in a year and a half. Nobody needs to see that anymore, bro.
If you saw your pilot right before you were about to take off and he had that cut in his eyebrow,
yeah,
would you get off? Would you get off the plane? Would you trust him? I ain't trusting him. I am not trusting him. I am getting off that plane.
yo, what is the pilot doing, yo? And he's bald too on top of that? Yo, come on, bro.
He was bald with that. Yo, follow that man directly at the airport because he's going to the first strip club, bro. He's going to the best place in town.
He's on to something.
He knows his way around.
Oh, bro.
Yo. My God, bro. Oh.
Bro, he navigates the air by day and the water by night. Jeez. Yo, sorry, audio listeners.
Sorry, guys.
Yo, but tell me, are the sweatiest people on earth the people playing basketball at LA Fitness?
100%. Especially when they take off their shirts. Bro, stop playing with your shirts off.
Indoors?
You're already drenched.
Yeah.
You're drenched. You're all over me wet, bro.
That's
I don't want to
disgusting. Are they playing, like, undershirts,
I think
though,
they're part of the Free the Nips movement, bro.
Yo, if your pilot came with an undershirt on, would you trust that man? The guy's got a wife beater on. Yo, I swear to God, I'm a good pilot.
2 lines on the eyebrow.
wife beater and Tim's. Yo, we're about to take off.
Fastest pilots from New York.
Yo, if you saw a pilot from New York that was wearing Tim's, though, like that shit would be a meme. The guy's got like his badges. He's got his badges on his shoulder, right?
A Yankee finish.
Okay, that's the one.
I'm dead ass, son. We're about to land. Everybody sit down, fam.
Yo, bro, as soon as he gets off the plane, the man puts on a Yankees hat, right? I'm nice with it.
Welcome to the Big Apple, boys.
Yo,
Dead ass, B.
and honestly, welcome to Huddle Talk episode number 15,
My
boys.
God,
We've cranked
man.
out another banger.
Oh my God, man. Full of laughs, bro.
Oh,
Shout out to you guys,
laughter,
man.
good, bro.
Appreciate that,
Oh my
man.
God.
I needed that. I needed that one, man.
Yo, sorry guys, this one was a little later tonight, but God damn, it was worth it.
It was so worth it, man.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yo,
Guys.
shout out to coffee.
Shout out, the coffee got us pumped.
Oh, man. Appreciate everybody that tuned in. Honestly, man, this was a great one.
Yo, this was
for the
hilarious.
books.
It was great. I had
Oh
a
my
great
God.
time.
Yo, the OG3.
The OG3, yeah, we're nice with it, you know? It was nice we love our guests. The first 3 guests have been incredible.
Shout out to them, first of all.
Shout out to them.
100%.
Yeah.
And guys, listen, for those who are still listening at this point, we appreciate you so much. We know you're a real fan. Do us a favor. If you have Discord, or even if you don't, download the app, join our circle. It's in one of our links in our bio.
Right.
You can have the opportunity to chat with us. It's not even like that. It's just like we want to hear your feedback. We want to hear your ideas. We want to know what you guys like, right? We want to
100%.
make better content. Mike and I are now living in the Huddle House. Cleve's
Yep.
just right down the road. So we're going to be cranking out more content, which we're pretty excited about. So
Yep.
that's it, guys. If you got some ideas, recommend them. And we're super, super happy. Like, it's hard now on TikTok, obviously talking to all the fans. Like, there's so many comments, but 100% we're with it. You guys hop on that Discord, and that's it. You guys want to hit an
Patreon
outro?
Yeah.
Patreon as well.
That's it. Patreon, we'll have another plug. We'll have a proper audio clip, bro.
Yeah, we got the proper audio.
100%.
Cool. You hit us with a proper outro, and
Yeah.
I'll cue up some
You
royalty-free
already
music,
know,
bro.
guys. Drop that track for me real quick, though. Episode 15 with the guys, the original 3, the big 3, man. You see teams try to bring together big 3s
No,
all
sir.
the time.
LeBron, Wade, and Bosch have nothing on us.
We're really bringing the heat. Well, Huddle Talk, come on now.
God damn.
All right,
100%.
guys. We appreciate all of you guys for tuning in. Another episode for the books, number 15. We're out.